Hello, I'm Reverend Mark Creech, Executive Director of the Christian Action League of North Carolina, and I want to make a personal appeal to you today. Recently, our state's Governor, Pat McCrory, signed a bill passed by the legislature that overturned an unconstitutional overreach by the city of Charlotte. The ordinance, barring all common sense, permitted an individual, regardless of his or her biological anatomy, to use any restroom, locker room, or changing room with whichever gender he or she identifies. Such an ordinance puts women and children in situations of grave danger. And this is already happening in places around the country. And law enforcement warns us that they cannot police this kind of ordinance because its premise is based on the subjective feelings individuals may have regarding their gender. Moreover, the Charlotte Ordinance unfairly allowed the government to interfere into private businesses and churches by forcing them to promote ideas and participate in events that conflict with their peacefully expressed beliefs. Because the ordinance was set to take effect on April the 1st, North Carolina Speaker of the House Tim Moore and Lieutenant Governor Dan Forrest called a special session of the legislature to address the matter before the General Assembly was scheduled to reconvene on April the 25th. And what they did was wisely act promptly so that the safety of our women and children and private businesses wouldn't be harmed in the interim. The bill that passed and the one that the governor signed, House Bill 2, overturned the egregious Charlotte Ordinance and restored basic expectations of privacy people have when using the restroom. It also provides that private businesses can make their own decisions regarding accommodations and services and not be forced by a city ordinance to do certain things that could be detrimental to their business. Now, you would think that everyone would be applauding, and they certainly should, but instead there's been a mammoth smear campaign going on against House Bill 2, the governor, and our state lawmakers. And that smear campaign has resulted in unfounded criticisms of the law, opposition by Hollywood celebrities, large corporations, and major sports groups who are, may I say, wrongly threatening our state regarding a bill that the vast majority of North Carolinians clearly support. I won't even get into all of the ridiculous political posturing and demagoguery demonstrated by our state's Attorney General, who commits what I believe to be an impeachable offense by his refusal to defend HB 2 against a frivolous ACLU lawsuit. Right now, our governor and state lawmakers need our public support. And that's why I'm personally appealing to you, on very short notice, I understand, to attend a rally planned for this coming Monday, April the 11th, at noontime on the lawn of the Capitol building in Raleigh. The rally should last until about 1:30. Featured speakers for the rally include Bishop Harry Jackson, an African-American preacher, a social conservative and activist and commentator, and senior pastor of Hope Christian Church in Beltsville, Maryland. Also featured will be the Benham brothers, David and Jason, who are identical twins. The brothers played Major League Baseball and were the host of the HGTV show, Flip It Forward. Another great speaker will be Christian author and apologist Frank Turek. His television show, I Don't Have Enough Faith to Be an Atheist, airs on the NRB network. And there'll be a number of other great speakers too, such as Tammy Fitzgerald of the North Carolina Values Coalition, John Rustin of the North Carolina Family Policy Council, Ron Beatty of Return America, and myself. Again, I am appealing to you to block out this space of time and, if necessary, make sacrifices to come and stand with us to show our governor and state lawmakers that we strongly support them. We strongly support their passage of House Bill 2. Keep in mind that there are only a few days before the rally, so I hope you'll pass this message along to everyone on your email list, your Facebook page, or other forms of social media. Pass it along as well to your pastor and see that it gets announced in Sunday school and church this coming Sunday. You know, Edward Everett Hale once said, "I'm only one, but I am one. I can't do everything, but I can do something. And this something I ought to do, I can do, and by the grace of God, I will." Can you come? Can you come to this rally? Show your support for the governor and the members of the General Assembly who stood up for us when we needed them. And now they need us to stand up for them. Once again, I implore you to come to this rally to cheer them on. I'll talk to you later about another rally planned for April the 25th. But for now, join Bishop Harry Jackson, the Benham brothers, Frank Turek, and others this Monday, April the 11th at noontime on the lawn of the Capitol building. I look forward to seeing you there. Thank you very much.